Hey traders, this is Travis from ProfitbullPro, also representing FGM, First Generation Millionaires. Today we're doing a weekend webinar. We're going to talk about some COT reports, also the hot pick list that's on this week's coming up watch list of March 17th to the 22nd. Wow, we're almost into week 43. Going to be doing a week 43 review on Monday, as we already know. I just want to keep on pumping more content for the community. This is going to also be an open source chat group. Anyone who has any questions as I'm going through these charts, you can ask any questions. Right now we have the Aussie New Zealand dollar up currently. If you're not in the Telegram group, please check it out. I already dropped the analysis for that. I will be going over that probably briefly. As well. Let's look at what's on the hot pick list actually. So let's go into the matrix over here, get the hot list up. So this week we're looking at Aussie New Zealand dollar. We also have Aussie US dollar, which that's going to be a great trade. I'm looking at a long position for that. We have Great British Pound, Aussie. That one I really have to break down. I did not get a chance to, so you're going to see me look at the charts, see my mental, how I actually analyze the market. So right now I don't have a bias for that. We also have Great British Pound CAD as well. Don't have a bias for that one yet. We're going to break that trade down together as well today. We also have Euro JPY. Same thing. Don't have a bias for that, but I think I have an idea, especially what type of volume that's coming in for the JPY. So we'll be looking at that. Euro USD, definitely have a bias for that. I had a trade, and I just told the Telegram group I'm going to review that one only due to I just saw the COT report today, and it gave me a mixed signal. Based off of that, I'm going to be re-evaluating that, seeing possible trades. So we're going to have two options for that one. You'll see me break that one down. We also have US dollar, Switzerland franc. As you already know, I'm very, very bearish on that one. It's no guess on that. So that one was already dropped down on the Telegram group. We also have the US dollar JPY. I'm bearish on that one as well. It's a simple trade. It's really technical with that one, with fundamentals. But those are our hot pick lists for the week 43 of the trading market, aka March 17th through the 22nd. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so back into the markup screen. What we have here, left to right, as we usually do. On the left chart, we have the hourly mark. And on the top right corner, we have the daily, and then we have the weekly at the bottom. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. And who just dropped in? Is this Is my man IE? Who's in here? Let's see what we have in here. If my system will come up. Hey, it's Brad. What's going on, Brad? If you have any questions, bro, hey, open mic source today. That's what we're doing today. It's just a weekend review, nothing serious. But I appreciate you coming out. All right, so let's see what we got here. So like I said, we already went through Australian dollar. I'll go over that trade actually right now briefly. So let's pull that up. And I think the review was done on here. Let's pull that up. All right, my profile. Close this. That's annoying to keep up. All right. Man, it keeps popping up. Go away. All right. So Aussie, New Zealand dollar. There we go. So this is the trade. Let me pull it up on this software. Cool. For this trade, real simple. We have this flag pattern on the bigger time frame. Let's pull it up on a weekly. So if we look at this on a weekly, we're overbought. I mean, oversold. Pulled back from 2014, 2013. We're reaching a new low of the market. Retesting major levels of the 1.02500, which is this range here. The market fell, created a pin bar this week. So this was the true catalyst showing me, hey, now we're gonna have that buying pressure. Also, doubling down on the COT report gave me that extra confirmation that, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have some more momentum on the upside for the Aussie. And then with some fundamental news, knowing that, hey, we're getting closer and closer to this confirmation of this closing of the trade deal with USA and China. So with that being said, that's causing me to have this bias of, hey, we're gonna have a stronger Aussie against the US dollar. Also, to double down on that concept is that regarding the US dollar, we had a strong bull run. It's becoming very, very exhausted with the momentum of buying pressure. So now it needs to have a little rest. I'm not saying that this is going to be a long-term push upward for the Aussie, but right now, this week coming in, probably towards the end of this month, we're going to have a lot of Australian dollar push to the upside. And you know what? Hey, this is how the market cycles. It's just how it works. You shouldn't have any emotional connection of, hey, I like this pair, I have this pair. You should have a handful of currency pairs that you stick to throughout the year just to increase your profitability. But emotionally, you shouldn't have an emotion towards these currency pairs. That's what I'm trying to get at. Excuse me. So with that being said, excuse me, let me take a drink of water here. I'm over here dying. All right. So with that being said, that's why I have that bias. So what I see is happening is we're going to actually come back down on an open on maybe Sunday into Monday's market on the daily. Break that down. On the daily, we're going to retest, breaking high above Friday's close, pushing down maybe Monday and Tuesday to this range, into this zone. Not saying we're going to definitely fully pull back this far back. If you pull up your ATR tool, I'm not going to do that now, but if you do pull up your ATR, you'll realize what your average pip for a daily move. So that's why I came to this level. And also with my Fibonacci levels, this is what's showing me that, hey, there's a possible chance that we can get back to this green zone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, I feel like I sound like that teacher from South Park. Okay, or I think he's a guidance counselor. But anyway, so with that being said, I do see the market coming to this level, possibly in this range, and then pushing up strongly, creating this first wave up into testing this market level here where we have market structure of rejection. Okay, we have a lot of wicks creating noise. So I do see some false breakouts action here. Then we're going to have a retest maybe into that second week coming back down. You know, for all those who actually bought into the market at this low, now, you know, they cashed out. So what's going to happen? You're going to have some selling pressure. I think a lot of traders do forget how the market moves. So when you have a pullback, they're like, well, oh, we're going to continue as bears. No, people accumulated wealth here. So now you're going to need selling pressure. All right. And then we're going to accumulate new orders. So we have some wicks coming down here with the, I don't want to say the major banks, but the market makers or the smart money, whatever term you want to use. But they're going to manipulate the market so then they can accumulate more orders, for then we can get this bigger push. Like I said, if you look at the COT report, this is what they're going to do. They have the money allocated into the market. So when you see these reports on the fundamental side, you need to be mindful that, hey, all right, cool. We have other participants in the market. How are they moving their money? And that's why I trade higher trade. It's a little mix of fundamentals and technical analysis, more on the fundamental bias, and then reacting to the market. So we're subject to change on Tuesday and Wednesday if we have a different move. But looking at the bigger picture, we're in a higher percentage of moving upward with the Aussie US dollar. And as we move forward, I do see us taking a push to this zone and then retracing. I don't want to go into a monthly prediction. A lot of major things can happen. We can have not to be a negative Nancy, but we can have a terrorist act that could happen and push down the Aussie, and then the US dollar can. Oh, wow, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at the Aussie New Zealand dollar, and I'm talking about US dollar. But anyway, still, the New Zealand dollar is actually growing. A mix. It has a mixed review on the COT report, so that's why I'm definitely strong on the Aussie dollar. But I do have a trade for Aussie dollar, US dollar as well. That's why looking at my notes, I was talking about the Aussie. I apologize. but it's going to be the same mirror action. I just have to break down that trade for us. But yeah, back to the Aussie. So I'm not going to give a monthly review on what I see is happening mid-April compared to now, because a lot of major things could be coming in the works. I can't predict the market. All I'm saying is based off reports, this is what I'm saying. And if you haven't watched any YouTube videos, there will be a disclaimer in the beginning of this video. This is fundamental analysis. This is not financial advice, nor am I giving financial advice. So this is just my outlook and my opinion on the market. So if you don't like it, let me know. You know, I'm subject to change. I flow like water. I'm willing to learn and grow. This is just an open source community. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the Aussie New Zealand dollar. Let's break down the Switzerland franc, actually, the US Switzerland franc, since we're here. All right. I'd rather do it that way. I don't really have a real structure to how I want to do this video, but rather get out all the reviews now and then get into breaking down some other charts. So let's close this up. There we go. So let's pull this up on a bigger time frame. From the daily. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Swiss franc. Long story short, I don't know about you, but this is how I started in the industry. This was the first currency period that I traded in the FX. They didn't know much about FX. I came from trading stocks and indices, and one day as a real estate agent, I was like, oh, well, I need to learn more about housing. You know, I want to understand these reports, and I tripped and fell into the Forex market. And ever since then, I fell in love with it. And the first trade I ever took was US dollar Switzerland franc. So it's kind of funny that I'm back at it again with them. But anyway, long story. So what we have here is on the daily, as we already know, on a weekly, let's actually pull that up. This is a retest zone over and over and over since what, 2015, 2016. What happens if we'll push up high into this range, retest, accumulate orders for the selling pressure, and then push down, crashing it down to these major supply zones. And it's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I don't know if anyone looks at the fundamental data, but regarding interest rates and inflation rates, it can't push any further. I have a few other traders. I actually did a one-on-one earlier today at 10 a.m. with one of my students, and his bias, you know, he's thinking long term, and he thinks, you know, we can get a push up once we hit this zone, and he's right. I totally agree. But currently, I'm looking bearish. You know, I'm gonna wait until we get into the zone and then maybe see what happens and retest if we can retest and get some bullish momentum. But right now, I'm trying to get this short. You know, I see this coming. I see it. It's possible. It's a high probability chance. We have this ABC pattern here with the first impulse. So this is the X. This is your A retracement. B retracement, C retracement, and I see the market coming up Monday into Tuesday, well, Sunday into Tuesday, pushing up, getting some more selling pressure, so accumulating orders here in this range, and then pushing right down to this major level, past the supply zone into this major level, and then, you know, doing the same thing, making a big push down to this area. We need to break this zone. This is a major zone here. Color this red. Major zone here. So once we break this area, that's why I do see this 1 2 3 5 pattern, I guess you want to call it. I don't like to get all these elephant patterns and all that weird shit a lot of traders say, but this impulse breakout rest period, like I said, we'll have a pullback into the zone, this major zone here, fall into this supply area where we can get some rejection, pushing back up to this trend line. I apologize. I have people cleaning the condo. And then pushing to this trend line, pushing further with this strong impulse move here. Okay, so that's the trade that I do see coming for US dollar, Switzerland franc. And like I said, because on the COT report, we do have a lot of weakness on the US dollar, plus on the Switzerland franc, we have strong push with the bulls with those numbers. So that's also backing his claim. And like I said, I just looked at the COT report this morning. So I'm glad I was correct on those. Hey, I'm human. I think I'm wrong regarding the Euro US dollar trade. So we're going to be reviewing that together. I'm really mixy on that. So I have to really look at that now based off these numbers. Okay. So let's get into next one, US dollar, Japanese yen. And close this. We're not using that. All right. So with that being said, this is what I see for this. Self-explanatory. We have this trend. Look at it on the weekly. So what we have here, we have this major trend line here that has been broken. So we do have pressure pushing up here, but also we have another trend line possibly right here that I see. And also knowing that, hey, on the COT report, we're going to have a lot of Japanese yen buying pressure. Now, Japanese yen and Switzerland franc, if you don't know, they're both safe haven currency pairs due to their interest rates and how the market are attracted to those currencies. When you have a lot of US dollar strength, those two currencies weaken throughout the months or the year. And then you have Great British Pound and Euro. Those are the three major currency pairs that may have a lot of the wealth. So when you have a major currency like US dollar weakening, you're going to see a lot of strength in Switzerland franc, Japanese yen. And because of that, hence why I'm going to be trading these two major pairs against the US dollar, just to confirm, hey, the US dollar is weakening. So I'm going to take a short on this one. So let's go back onto the daily. So I need the market to push up into this major zone here, rejecting this area of supply. We have a lot of volume in this area. This is a volume area, and then we look further back into the charts, we'll see that market will come to this area and accumulate orders. So once we reach this zone, maybe on Tuesday, crash right down into this trend line. We don't have much resistance in this area. It's not a lot of gas stations. If you haven't seen my POC or my volume profile videos, I talk about how the market needs to accumulate orders, and then they go through these gas stations, and there's no sell walls or buy walls between here, honestly, that really is going to stop us. Once we get this push up, we're going to crash right down through the week of the 17th to the 22nd. Now, I do want to pull up our economical calendar for this coming up week, just to show what we may have to watch out for besides Brexit and besides trade deals. Like, this is becoming a rinse and repeat thing. So when you know that you have those major news, just pull out on any trades, take profit if you're in profit. If you're not in profit, close your trade. It's fine. Just don't hold on any trades during these conference calls, due to you don't want to be stuck holding the bag. If you're a crypto trader, that's a term that they use in that world. But I don't want anybody losing money in this industry. So Monday, March 18th, we have Aussie meeting minute. Very important. This is that catalyst that we need to push those orders through. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, nor do I believe in things of that nature, but I know there's a flow to the market, and I see patterns. And anytime I look at the COT report, and I see that we have a lot of, let's say, buys or sells from the major banks, and then we have major meetings or major news reports. Those are like the gateways when those orders just start flooding. And then we have, unfortunately, us retail traders who are not educated on this information, they get wiped out. Their stop losses and those orders that they're in are getting taken out. And then the market goes into the flow where it needs to go. So I feel bad for those traders or retail traders that don't understand that, hey, there's a system. You need to trade with the money. So yeah, for Aussie, We have that Great British Pound. I don't really want to take those to like strong words for any Great British Pound, Euro, or US dollar, or America fundamental news, because right now they're not gonna make big waves. Except this inflation rate, I do want to keep an eye on Wednesday for. But then we have the Fed interest rate decision, which that's gonna push the US dollar to the breaks. I don't believe we're gonna have any positive news, especially for this FOMC meeting. It's gonna be flood. It's gonna be flooded with fluff, with the economics professors and anyone who understands microeconomics. They're already gonna know, hey, cool, that information is not new, so it's not gonna affect the market. Once that drops, the market's going to continue moving in that bearish move for the US dollar. So there won't be much said there that's going to save it. They're not going to increase interest rates because last week they just had inflation talks. So they're not going to move that. So with that being said, if you understand microeconomics, there's not going to be any news here, you know? So with that being said, forget about it. Thursday, cool, big boy talks. We have the MPC meeting for Great British Pound. Cool, that's going to help. ECB economical bullet. This is going to be important, even though it's not red. Keep an eye on that. The flash is going to be important. So during the U.S. session, if you are trading US dollar euro, keep an eye on that. JPY, finally. So towards the end of the week, this is where we're going to get that big flash. Hence why this trade is important, where we're going to have this push, and that volume is going to just get wiped out. So during the Asian session, you're definitely going to be keeping an eye out for this trade. Okay. So that's that. I know it got real long-winded. I get excited and I just want to ramble. But if anybody has any questions, please, message on the Telegram or message in the Zoom. It's open source. I just want to do this for everybody. Hey, and talking about everybody, it's my man IE. What's going on, brother?
It's good, bro.
Nothing, just breaking down the US dollar JPY trade that I see potentially happening this coming
week. Okay.
Hey, I've been saying throughout this recording, this is open source, and if you have any trades that you want to talk about, feel free, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you talk about EU?
You know what? I actually posted up in the Telegram about EU. I have to review it. So if you want to talk about your point of view on the EU, I would be glad to hear your point of view. Because
that's definitely a trade that I'm looking at for.
If you want, I'll let you take the reins for a bit.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. I'll stop sharing my screen, brother. Because while I wait till you get your screen up, I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking a potential short for it.
Right.
But then looking at the COT report, it kind of has me a little nervous. So now I'm going to re-review it because the euro has a lot of buying pressure coming from the major banks.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be a safe bet to go short, even though we have this yet. Yeah, because we have that trend. The trend looks great. Like, everyone knows, the trend is the friend, but I don't want to hang out with those friends right now. I don't feel safe with them today.
No, I got you. with that. So I guess the best way that you can really.
Oh, I can't see your screen, bro.
Oh, you can't see my screen. Hold on. My bad. I'm on my iPad with it too because my computer's charging. Share contents. Hold on, it won't even let me
No.
Switch to gallery view. Switch to website URL bookmark.
Got it.
Yeah, it won't let me. It won't let me share my screen for
trading view
on my because I'm on my iPad.
Okay.
So I guess it's not letting me. But I can send a picture though.
Okay.
I can send a picture so that way you see it a little bit better.
All right.
Let's see here. All right. Take that picture right there. Show URL copy. Okay, so I can. Okay, I see how I can do it.
All right, cool. Let me know when you're ready. I'll stop sharing mine.
Okay, I'm gonna share photo. This is a photo. Screenshot copy to URL. Website URL. All right, here we go. Input URL here. Paste.
There we go.
All right. So this is the 4 hour.
Okay.
Now on that 1 hour, a lot of people, Friday afternoon that wanted to short EU, if you recall. So what I've seen is, I drew this fib. That fib is at the swing high on the daily time frame, just so you can get a better perspective on the overall how my fibs are drawn.
Okay.
It's drawn from the daily swing high of the previous swing high that it had before it dipped lower. Then we drew it from the low to the high. Now that 7-8, you see that range is also doing confluence with that like weekly trend line.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So like I already seen on the 4 hour that it broke that 618 zone. You see what I mean? But but when it broke down, it didn't break down enough where it would, break that trend line, because the trend line, it got away from the trend line. Yeah, of course. But just because it dipped down, I mean, we're still in that trend.
Correct.
We're still trending up, and still we get a huge, a huge sell off, like I said, in that 7-8 zone where it's coming up to that 7-8 fib and to the trend line. I can see it. Like that's what I'm saying. I still knew that this was going to buy. Like, we had a sell off, like I think in the morning.
Yeah.
There was some news at like 8:30. That didn't do anything but drop to where pretty much where that trend line is.
Correct.
And on a 1 hour, it looked like it broke, but if you zoomed out, you would have seen that it was nothing but testing the trend line. Like Absolutely. It did nothing but test the trend line.
And it's weird because, like, if you look at the 1.13 level, it created support there. Do you?
Yes,
you agree?
That's what I'm saying.
So,
like,
no, I'm saying like so I agree. Like it has to continue pulling up on that trend. Okay.
Yeah, that's why. And if you draw your fibs on a higher time frame, your fib levels can also be ways of re-entering. So like the 50% level, okay, we see the 50% level is okay. If we break past this level, obviously we have more up to the upside. Most of the time when that happens, you see on the 50 level right here, how it broke it and then it came back down. Because most traders, when they have a Fibonacci set up, they were going to try to sell starting at the 50. A lot of people won't do that at 3.8. They'll try to sell it at that 50 level first. So of course you're going to get, what I'm saying, some of the people that's going to take their profits. Okay, it's going to reverse. We still in this trend line, still respecting this trend.
Yeah.
Bro, it closed above. That's the key. It closed above the Fibonacci. And then if you go, this is a 4 hour time frame. So if it closed above on a 4 hour time frame, we're most likely going to break this. On the 4 hour, you see on the 50, you see where let me see. You see where like that big hammer, or the doji.
Correct.
50%, 1.12869.
Yeah,
that level.
Over here. Yep.
It broke it, and then it gave you another bullish engulfing.
Exactly.
Right on that same level. So that should have told you, okay, boom, we're still in it. The bulls are still in control. Like we still going up. Like still made a bullish engulfing, boom. Now we get a fib. Now we draw another fib from that 4 hour to that swing high, which is at the break of that 618. You see?
Yeah.
The break of the 618 at 1.13160.
Yeah.
We would have drew that fib from there. That's nothing but testing the fib also with this trend line, which is another reason why I bought, which I put in the chat yesterday, why I bought EU again when it came down. Because if you zoom out, you can see the bigger picture. It's going to try to get those little traders out, you know what I'm saying, try to shake them out. Big red candles, big long candles do nothing but come right back up. All you got to do is respect Especially those higher time frames, bro. They won't lie to you. Like,
Absolutely.
they won't lie to you. So I'm actually in a buy in EU.
Okay.
I actually held that over the weekend. That's not nothing that I usually do, but I had a small out on it, so why not?
Hey.
I still feel it going up to that, like I said, to that 1.357 area. That's just a rough estimate. Like I said, we're really looking at that trend line to see what we get. Best believe we're not going to enter in right when it touches the trend line, because we're going to have a lot of people that's going to try to fake people out of this level, because obviously everyone else would like, to sell this as well. So they're going to get their money first before they make the real move. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So we want to be patient. We want to be patient.
It's funny that you said that you held your trade over the weekend, because Quill, he did that and he was so profitable, and I'm like, wow, like, that may be a little thing we can start doing, because with these guaranteed trades, I think I may start doing that, especially with these weird gap ups that we've been having on. It just, it scares me, I rather, because I'm a 1%, 3% account managing mine, so like I'm afraid if I hold and it gaps up, because I trade with Onanda. Let's say it's a gap up on a negative for me. I have to close that trade myself, because Onanda, they don't close it if it gaps.
Oh, okay.
So you're just in the red. So that's why. But I know you're using a different broker, so it can be beneficial.
Yeah. I mean, just the fact that, well, I'm not. I mean, like I said, I had a small on it.
Yeah.
So even if it does go and draw down, I mean, I feel like it's still, we're still in this trend, and it could still hit this level. Now, if it hits this level and then sell off, then obviously I'm gonna close it. Absolutely. Like if it gaps up to the level, like it opens up the market at that my highlighted zone that I got.
Oh, that's
if it hits that level, then that's I mean,
hey,
yeah,
it is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. That's good for me. Like that's
exactly
everything that I wanted to do. So I have no point in keep trying to buy it anymore. That weekly trend line is definitely dictating these moves, these long moves. I mean, look at that move from 1.14132.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the trend.
That level, that sale to 1.1200. I mean, you can do the math. That's almost what, 2,000?
Yeah, 2,000 pips right there.
It's like 2,000 pips. And we getting ready to make another leg for this sale.
Exactly.
Which could potentially be longer. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, get ready for this. Like, definitely getting ready to make some money next week, man. Like,
absolutely.
EU is definitely going to be and also I want to send on my another one. That's one of my thoughts on on EU.
Okay.
Buying up to this zone. I kind of want to see that trend line break, like the correction trend line, the one at the bottom. I want to see that break, honestly. But if we get to this level and literally like we're exhausted, like we get a engulfing, like I mean I'll keep a stop loss if I'll definitely enter. Like price action, obviously we're gonna look at a lower time frame, 1 hour, 30 minutes to get the price action, what we get in that area. And if it shows if it shows me that the bulls are done, we in for a nice little ride for the week.
Yeah.
That's at the start of the week too. If it opens at this level, like I said, at the start of the week, like I'm talking about, holding all week if you wanted to.
That's the goal. That's
really the goal. Like one trade, like go ahead and enter the trade, man. That's honestly what I did with GU. How I flipped that $40 account. I pretty much just I had like a 0.01 with like $20 on it. So I mean, that showed you I hit it for like 200 pips. You know what I mean?
Nice.
You know what I mean? So that's I'm actually starting. That's on it. I'm actually comfortable trading like that, bro. I'm not even. I do like the little day trades, if it's with the trend and everything like that. But if I can see like the full market and just hold it, because I do a lot of things, bro. Like I do a lot of other things.
I know that for sure.
So I just you know what I mean. So if I can just leave it, leave it and run, and I know it's going the same way, then it's good. Yo.
What's going on with y'all fellas, man?
What's good, man? You already know what it is, man.
You know what I'm saying? I seen the link drop. I said, oh shit, hold up, I gotta go in the cut real fast.
Yeah, man. You know.
Definitely live and recording. We're just talking about these markups. You're gonna be free later on today, because I know we supposed to talk, right?
Oh yeah. I'm yeah.
Awesome.
I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I done kicked up. You know what I'm saying? Got the work done. I'm chilling.
Awesome.
Oh, you done with work? Are you saying you off now?
I ain't off, but I'm done with my work.
Oh, done with your work. Okay. All right. Well, Trav, I'm gonna go to G if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
But so you got me in the mood to be on my charts today, man. So I'm definitely might as well make most of the time. Make most of my time while I'm here. You know what I mean?
Awesome. I'm definitely looking at GA and GC for the week as well.
Say it again. G what?
GA and GC.
GA and GC. GC, you mean G Chef or GCAT?
GCAT.
GCAT. Okay. This looks a little weird. Take some of these lines off.
Hey yo, why you?
What happened?
Your chart looked like a picture.
Yeah, because it's a picture.
Yeah, it's just a picture. I'm on my iPad. It won't let me see my share.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. I'm about to send this picture for what I think is gonna happen on this. Yeah. Alrighty, hold up. All right.
Oh, by the way, we're not going to be limited regarding our recordings any longer. I purchased the upgraded version, so now we don't have to worry about cutoffs. Yeah, I just did that.
Nice. Oh, good. I appreciate that, bro.
Anytime. I just got to give everybody the password for it.
All right, that's cool. I'm about to. I'm sending the URL link in.
Awesome.
This photos. Ready. All right. Obviously we have this correction. 4-hour time frame for GU. Last week, last week. This past week, I can definitely say that those wicks, I got caught in those wicks on this 4-hour. And me and Brill actually, because Brill actually told me this, that he was saying about selling the pound, but the pound wasn't going to sell for too long. I actually thought that we could at least get to that highlighted box that I have in the 5618. Okay. But that trend line, man, you can never go wrong with that trend line, man. I'm telling you.
For real.
I'm telling you, man. You could just see it. I mean, you could just see it. Like you just smacking it. Wicks, engulfing. Another time it touched it, engulfing. You know what I mean? So we still, you know, man, we still bulls for GU. You know, this is definitely the trend. You know, the pound has definitely got some strength.
You can see how it after the third wick, after that third wick to that structure right there, we should have known that.
Yeah.
It was, and then you can see how it's respecting that EMA too.
The 18 EMA, yeah. Which is all on the 4-hour, which we should have seen, but you know the 1 hour, 1 hour showed a different story. But like I said, what I was just telling Trav earlier, you feel me? If it looks confusing, just zoom out. Was confusing, just zoom out and you can see a bigger picture. And now that's why I drew my line right there, because it was a possibility that that this could, you know, on the 4-hour, this could be, you know, major support. But, you know, 1 hour, I just seen a whole bunch of breaks. So I just assumed, you know, I took a short and I ended up closing it in a small loss before it got too hectic.
Best EMA for trading.
Say it again.
Best EMA.
The best EMA for trading? Honestly, it depends on what type of style trading you do, because obviously the higher the EMA number that you go, the more periods that is being recorded.
Swing trading and day trading.
Okay, so intraday trading, you would probably go more with the 8 and like 8 between 8 and 20, no more than 20 if you're gonna day trade something. If you're talking about
how to use it as like a support and resistance. We have to treat like a support and resistance, that EMA.
You said what is the support? Yeah, I mean, it can be. I mean, you can use moving averages as a way of support or resistance, or you can use it as, if you want to find and get in on the same trend. So, like this, for example, for GU, the 18 EMA records more periods than the 8 EMA. So, on a higher time frame, it would be better data to be on the 18 EMA to enter off the 18 EMA because more periods have been recorded on it. See how how it touched that red line and it just spiked up, or it kept getting trying to near the line, but it kept wicking out. It shows you that was was a lot of buying pressure off that moving average, which also is confluence with that trend line that's drawn. And an engulfing candle, which shows that okay, this is our support. It's time to another leg for the buy. And my take profit on this, is that always the -27 person and the -618. And that -618 lines up with the 50 level retracement for GU. And that is
also the EMA can be also you can also use the EMA in a way where you can find what direction the market is moving in.
Correct.
So if you use I use a 200 EMA, right, to identify my trend, to help me identify my trend. So that's another way you can use the EMAs.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm gonna send another picture in there for G so y'all can get a bigger picture on the take profit that I have. And the reason why I think that, GU when GU buys, the buys are usually longer than what the buys are on EU, just because of the pound strength.
Okay.
So you can't just automatically just assume that if something is just buying, like if the dollar is selling, the dollar is weak. Okay, different currencies is going to have their effect on the dollar's weakness. You know what I mean? So we got Brexit going on. So like GU's buys are always like, what I'm saying? Like they're going to be more generally more pips. Like it's just going to be more of a bigger move because the pound towards the dollar rather than, the Australian dollar to the USD or the New Zealand dollar. Like, the New Zealand dollar could still be less strength than the USD, even though the dollar is weak. The dollar is the strongest currency. You just never know with, it's a lot of things going on with economic reports and politics and all that stuff. So you really can't go off of just that. You really got to go off the technicals, like the actual levels where the actual market is tending to do at certain levels, rather than trying to just assume what the market is doing, just following it. So
I think that was well said. I agree with you.
And I got an input. When you're looking at pairs, each pair is its own, has its own story. Like, even though some pairs do correlate, but you gotta understand that each pair moves has its own way. So just because one pound pair is moving, you can't just assume that the other pound pair gonna make that same move. It could, but it may come later than that first pound pair that moved. If that makes sense.
Definitely. For example, let's say if you're looking at Great British Pound USD and also Great British Pound JPY, they're gonna move separately. That volume may not be there because of multiple factors of the DNA of that currency. So it can either be economical or just the time zone. For example, if you're trading euro or Great British Pound JPY, you're gonna see that move during the Asian session compared to that same move that happened during the London session and the US session is gonna move different, but it's gonna happen though.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct. That's why EU sell. That's why EU sell. That's why EU sell is gonna be. It's probably gonna be more like. It's probably gonna look. I don't know how can I say it, more stronger than what the pound. I feel like than what the pound sell might be.
Because each pair has
because each pair's got its own strength. It's got its own strength. So I'm trying to zoom out a little bit so y'all can so I can see this. All right.
Are you sharing a new screen, or are you looking at the same British Pound USD trade?
Yeah, I'm looking at GU, but I'm trying to make a bigger picture, like a bigger picture I can see.
Got that structure right there. Because Wicks tell you like the strength of like of a level. Because if Wicks keep appearing at that level, you should know that should be telling you that, especially on a higher time frame like the 4 hour, that tells you that level right there is strong. That's some strong support right there. So when you getting wicks at a level like that, especially like the long wicks you got there, that should have automatically give us to buy that.
All right, so like I said, we're approaching this. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Let's see if we can see on the time frame. Trying to see if we can zoom in. All right, let's do it right here. And I'm gonna explain to y'all what my lines are in a minute as I'm sending this.
Yeah.
How do I? Oh yeah, I'm in trading view separate.
There's gonna be a lot more. Pound got a lot more room to move to the upside.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Explaining all my lines in a minute. All right. Daily time frame. I drew that fib from that last, the last bearish leg. That's why I drew my fib. That red line, 1.34148.
Okay.
Is the 50% level on that weekly fib.
Okay.
Okay. So my 2.7, the 2.7 zone I was telling you about, for the fib, for that 4 hour retracement fib that we got, from the bullish and go from that 3A level, the negative 2.7 is that first blue line, which is above the 50% level, which shows me that we could possibly get a close above this 50% level. Now, of course, you're going to get the 50% level, oh my gosh, you get a huge sell off, and we still got that weekly trend line down here too, still trending up. Wait to see if it breaks that. If it doesn't break that, we're definitely pushing through this 50% level up to the next take profit, which is that purple line, which is 1.36116. And then the 618 is that the blue line, the 618 for the weekly trend line. I mean the weekly Fibonacci retracement. Okay. That's where 1.36456. That's where that is. So what I'm thinking about seeing in GU is a push to that first, a push up to that first blue line, which also correlates with the EU going to their trend line, right? So we buy to this level, and then we sell. Of course, all the dollar's going to get strength. It's going to sell. EU sell is going to be ferocious. I'm just letting you know that. EU sell is just going to be ferocious. GU sale is going to be ferocious too, obviously. But I feel like we're just going to stay with that trend. We're still trending up. until I get a huge, until we start making higher highs. That's when I'm really gonna be like, okay, we're in a bearish market for GU. Until then, until we break this trend line and and start making higher highs and divergence and everything as well for confluence, that's when I'll be safe to say that we're officially in a bearish market.
So it's safe to say that you're saying for the main trade for EU, you're going short.
Yes,
okay.
I'm going short to that until we get to that zone. I'll be going short. Until I'll be buying until we get to that zone. And when we get to that zone, I'll go short.
Short.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, that's a counter trend trade. I definitely don't advise people
1.4
to get. Hold on, bro. I definitely don't advise people to keep, to counter trend trade. Okay. But I mean, it's definitely opportunity. I mean, we're in Forex. We can make money, either both ways. Exactly. Yeah. So why not use a small lot and catch a couple pips to the upside if you know it's going to a level? Then you make, whatever amount risk you want to risk on that trade with the trend. You know what I mean? It's more, you got more of a chance, more movement because you're with trend. Trend is your friend at the end of the day.
Okay.
So what you had to say, Cash Rock? What you about to say? Hello?
He's there. Yo, bro.
Did you disconnect?
Nah, he's still there, bro.
Nah, I'm still here.
Oh, no, I'm done. What you was about to say?
Nah, I can see GU pushing up to 1.4.
1.4. That's okay.
That is a major level. The 1.4.
Okay.
We trade back up to that supply zone.
7-8. That's a 7-8 level. I'm guessing that's what it looks like. I can tell from. Let me draw my fib again, and I can see. I'm gonna send y'all a picture of it when I draw this fib, so I can see it exactly.
And it's funny how we're all three on the same page regarding shorting the U.S. dollar.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, like I said earlier in our call, which is making me nervous is because looking at the COT report, they're reflecting that the major banks have a lot of buying pressure on the euro. So even though, as we both all know, that when the major banks are unloading their trade, it's a week or 2 weeks. So not to be a negative Nancy, but like, what's the outcome? Let's say we do get some bulls in the market and we start breaking through. Is there a counter trade for that?
Just react to the market.
Okay. I totally agree.
If it bounced off that, if the only way that I would buy EU if that breaks that trend line is if it retests that weekly trend line. Okay, that's the only way I would keep buying after it gets that level.
I see,
because that's a strong trend line to the downside that we're witnessing, and there's a gap that we have to fill in EU that I feel like that we got to keep pushing down. That's another reason why.
Okay.
Another reason why I don't think there's. I mean, because the dollar, man.
Yeah.
Just the dollar itself. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Getting that weak and pushing through.
But at the end of the day, we are not trade deal.
Right.
Yeah. And that trade deal will be that catalyst that's going to push it, and we don't. That's not scheduled until hopefully towards the end of this month, maybe first week of April. I know Brexit, they had an extension, so right now
it's all good.
Brexit,
man.
It's Brexit.
It's all good, man. I love it, bro.
I love it too. It was an extension. I said, hey, now more volatility.
That's what I'm saying.
Money off it, bro, because we ain't trying to predict the market. We just trying to react. To the market.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just go with it, man.
We're gonna make money off that. It's gonna push down. We're gonna make money off that. You know what I'm saying?
Just go with it, man.
Absolutely.
Now you gotta understand though. If it's a pullback or just an
impulse.
The impulse, yeah.
Different.
Exactly.
So, I'm about to send this. About to take and send this fib on because I could see what Brill I can see what Brill's talking about with the
BU
with GU.
GU.
Mm-hmm. I can see he was talking about like it could possibly go to the 1.14. I can see where he would think that. Like I said, I'm gonna keep selling. I'm gonna keep buying the pound too until like I said, we get that. Yeah, it gets to that level. See the 618, blue line 618, that negative 6-1 for this buy that we currently are in for GU for the leg could possibly go to that 618 on an overall. If it's respecting this trend line, that secondary trend line that we have, the smaller trend line, it could possibly go up there, break that trend line, then go down to this the bigger trend line that we have, and then buy again, to this level. It just depends on what we get. It depends on what we get with this volatility, man.
Yeah.
That's to see that 786 is still, it was a big level. A lot of consolidation in that level. So it could, consolidation, creates that structure. So it could go back, test that structure before we get that real kill of the pound of GU,
Exactly.
To the downside.
Okay.
To the downside. Like I said, until we just go with it, just go with the trend, man. Like it's just that simple.
Exactly. The trend is your friend.
Yeah, don't try to over leverage on, counter trends, because you never know when it could reverse. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
With a trend, you never know when it could reverse. It's not like we're a big institution, nothing like that.
Exactly.
Following the market, making money. So
okay. All right. Well,
so that's my EUGU. I know that's my babies. I want to say it was one.
Yeah,
AN, I'll let Quill go over that. I feel like it was one more that I was looking at. Hold on, give me a minute.
All right.
I know I marked up one more. I'll let Brill had GJ. It was one more that I had. I can't remember. Was it GA? Might have been GA.
GA?
I do got a little setup.
I got GA. Yeah, I got GA on the list. That's going to be a big one this week.
Yeah.
That's on the watch list for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely get engulfing on the just like I was hoping for too. I ain't even for you just mark up everything and it actually does what you say, but you don't even.
I love it.
You just don't even get in, like you just don't even get in. Yeah. It was just EU and GU is the 1.5 what I'm looking at right now. And then I was looking at UJ, but you did UJ already, so that's what it was.
Yeah.
I did UJ.
But hey, I would like to hear it. We want to hear it too. It ain't one side.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said to that, hold up. I'm gonna send my see if I can get my screens and stuff right. I can say, at least for right now, I got a lot of lines on this. I don't want to confuse people.
No,
because I'm telling people, like I was telling Brill the other day, making that Q Banks, all this, these lines supporting resistance, like that's cool, but it's not really all that needed.
It's not as clean as possible.
Yeah, as clean as possible, bro. Honestly, like I just know that's for me, because
it gets confusing after a while.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It gets confusing after a while, and it's just a lot on the screen. So I'm trying to get rid of these lines right now.
No worries.
Don't get rid of these lines right now. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Now, I wouldn't say like the higher time frames, obviously.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good thing to do. I'm definitely not saying not to do them.
Yeah.
Just don't get overwhelmed. Just don't get too crazy. Don't get too crazy, man. You ain't gonna do nothing but hurt yourself in the end. All right. And I'm on 5% on my iPad, so this is going to have to be my last one.
All right.
Alrighty.
What game was you watching?
It was South Central versus West Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
It was high school teams. High school teams in North Carolina. Yeah, it's state championship weekend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff going on. All right. All right. So, yeah. So I took all the lines off. So I pretty much just made trend lines. That huge trend line. I know you see that. We got structure where that highlighted box is. If you stretch that out.
Exactly.
Like I said, I just know UJ be having wicks and stuff, man.
Like crazy.
113. Like I said, it might not even go to 113. You see the trend line.
Yeah.
I just put 113 because it's rounded.
Exactly. It's a round number.
Yeah, like it's a round number too. That's the only reason I said 113. It couldn't go to 113, but 112, 113 area, just know, I'm looking to I'm definitely looking to maybe short that UJ for the yen to probably get some strength. But with this trend line still here, like I said, you never know until we get a price action like a bearish engulfing or a pin bar or something on that trend line, and then extra confluences if we break this smaller trend line as well.
Okay.
That's when we wait for the retest on that. You gotta be careful with these yen pairs, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But you know what? Because like Switzerland franc, Japanese yen is a safe haven. I can't prove it. Yeah. I would definitely do a gentleman's bet with you. But the thing is, the US dollar is going to have a weakness with these next 2 weeks. This week, just basically for the end of this month. I can't say what's going to happen in April. So with that being said, we're going to see a lot of more buying pressure on the Switzerland franc. We're going to see a lot of buying pressure on the Japanese yen because when you like how money works in the economy as a whole, when that money is moved, it has to go somewhere else. So I don't know if you're following gold, but gold is having a lot of push. So the money US dollar is moving to gold, even though there's no correlation to gold to US dollar like it used to be. But funds has to be allocated. So when funds has to be allocated, it goes to the safe haven. So that's why we had a lot of weakness in Switzerland franc and Japanese yen in the beginning of 2019 due to the US dollar had a lot of strength.
So that's why the yen was not doing too good.
Exactly.
All right.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm trying to really capitalize on those two trades this coming week and shorting the US dollar. So that's why it's funny that you came to your conclusion based off just technicals. I'm coming in off from the other end, like
from the news though.
Exactly.
From the news though. But it kind of makes sense though. It definitely like connects the dots together because big announcements and we're approaching these levels. I mean, come on, like.
It's just perfect timing for them to, to do it. It's perfect timing for the banks to put their orders in because the news is about to drop. But it has nothing to do with the news.
Yeah, ain't got nothing to do with news, man. It's all you'll see. You look at the chart, you'll see it's supposed, it's supposed to happen anyway. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
So that's what that's my take on my 3 pairs for next week. That I'm eyeing, and I'm in. I know I'm in. Like I said, I'm in EU. I held that over the weekend and AN.
Okay.
Just because I got good entries on that.
Now, AN, you're long, right? You're not.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, long.
Perfect,
Yes.
I'm on that. I'm on that bandwagon.
Yeah, we long for that, dog. We long for that.
And how you doing, Sam? Thank you for joining us as well.
Oh yeah, what's up, everybody? I ain't even hear nobody else say anything. Anybody?
Hey, this is an open chat group. If anybody wants to share their screens, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Sorry, if anybody has any questions,
it's charging. We'll be able to do like a lot, like actually draw the fib and see what I'm talking about. It's only a stationary picture.
No hey, you came correct with something though, good brother.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
So Sam, you got a mic? Either one of the Sams, or is it the same Sam? I don't know. That's a good question because it's the same name. It's not. All right, Sam. Well, just appreciate that you're here.
Oh yeah.
Of course, Brad, my good bro, Brad, up in Toronto, up in the 6.
Oh yeah, Toronto.
Yeah, Brad, he's in Canada. He's a good guy.
He's great. We might have to. I'm trying to go to Canada, bro. I've never been out of country before.
For real? Yo, we're actually planning a trip. Joe, because he has a tour going, so we're gonna be in Toronto in May. So if you want, pull up.
Oh my goodness, in May?
Yeah, we telling Quill like, hey, like pull up. We're going. So, hey,
what May what day? Like
I think it's May the 4th through the 10th, or May the 2nd to the 10th. I know is it with that first week because we're all Tauruses, so like we're just trying to go through up there real quick.
Oh, okay, so y'all just traveling, doing.
Yeah,
I mean, like actually like going around the city and.
Yeah. Well, they got a show to do, but it's part of our bigger tour because we just we're going to LA after that in July, and then we're gonna be going to Miami hopefully by August, and then we'll come back and do the last trip in New York. We're trying to bring it back to Soho. So
I'm definitely trying to see if I can
hey, pull up, bro.
See if I can make that trip, take a little flight out there, man, for real.
Hey now.
I'm all the way in North Carolina, so definitely take me a little flight to see what's up with that. But
definitely, we'll definitely talk about that on the other end. We'll definitely talk about that. So all right, I guess you know what, I'm gonna call it a day. You know, I think we had a good webinar.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who did pull up. This video will be in our Telegram group, also on our YouTube channel. Once again, we thank you from FGM and Profitbull Pro. We love you and keep making pips. Take care.